Hey, what's going on, guys? We are live from the Hive. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I just came over from Ryan from Zeverfet. I was doing a live stream for a little bit with Anthony, Nerdy Many Ways, Dawson, Nicotina. Yeah, so I was hanging out with them for a little while. But thank you guys for being here. As usual, we will give some time for people to kind of join the chat. I see your your comments are starting to come in. Oh, you can finally see it live, Lulu. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you were able to make it. Where are the mods? Yeah, I know. I need to do that. I was just looking into that actually before. What's up, Freddie? Before I came over here, I haven't had moderators so far, but I think it is, I'm going to be paying attention to the chat today for sure. And just as a warning, anyone who thinks that you're going to come in here and post spoilers or whatever because of what happened with the leak and all of that, you will get blocked. Do not do it. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for anyone else in the chat. Do not post any spoilers, whether they're true, false, or otherwise. That's not going to happen here in my live stream. Okay? Not going to happen. You will get blocked in all of that. So do not do that. Okay? If any of you guys, sometimes I can't keep up with all of the comments in the chat. So if you do see someone who is posting potential spoilers in the chat, let me know. Not going to happen, okay? It's not happening here. So sorry for lecturing you guys, but thank you for being here. I see the chats are continuing to roll in. I do want to thank you guys for all the support on my channel. I passed 3,000 subs and I'm so thankful for all of you guys. I know I haven't done a live stream, let's see, in about a week. I usually do like two. Oh yeah, definitely no spoilers. I usually do like 2 live streams a week. But last week my husband had a vacation week off of work. So, it was just about a lot of, doing a lot of family time together. And plus I wanted to kind of wait till all of the character teasers were out to kind of just go over all of them. There's been a lot going on, obviously. Spoiler thumbnails. Yeah, you guys, I'm so sorry. Someone actually sent me a picture that was kind of spoilery as well. Thankfully, it was low quality and it was kind of from a distance. But still, just be careful out there. And remember to block and report anyone that is posting spoilers and sending you spoilers or whatever. We've been looking out for each other. I know on Twitter, there's been lists going around of people to beware of, to block, report, and all of that. It's really unfortunate. We'll get into all of that for sure. But before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that the link to my merch is in the description. If you are interested in any of that stuff, I haven't uploaded a design in quite a while because I've just been kind of busy with making stuff, like making videos and stuff for the channel, but I will try to do that sometime soon. So yeah, but thank you guys for your support again. Thank you, Ryan. People are having their profile pics that are spoilers. Oh, people are jerks, right? Like, yeah, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk in the chat either, please. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and start saying hello. Oh, let me send something really quick. I'm sorry, before I forget. Okay, there we go. So, of course, there's tons to talk about. Let's see. Let me just say hi to some people that are here. Shadow Ghost, what's up? Hello, Flash. Lulu, again, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're able to make a live stream. Nicotina Mom, yeah. What's up, Freddie? Do you think we're getting Darkseid is getting a teaser tomorrow? Well, we will go over the Darkseid teaser, but if you're asking if I think it's going to be officially released as more than just a Twitter ad, as more than just a Twitch ad, I think it's possible. Trailer Thursday, trailer is coming very soon because as far as I was aware, these character teasers are supposed to lead up to the trailer. What's up, Ryan? Let me see. I had to time the live since it never reminds me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I know that happens sometimes. Sometimes YouTube is just doesn't do what it's supposed to. a final trailer a week before the final film's release. Oh, that's true. Thursday is the week countdown. So that could make sense too. I think we might get Steppenwolf instead. I don't know. I really don't know if we're gonna get one for Steppenwolf. I didn't even think we were gonna get one for Darkseid. So at this point, I don't even know. What's up, Divan? Let's see, voting a lot of stuff now because I know it's just hard. What I suggest is that you don't necessarily okay, YouTube, you probably have to be careful of because thumbnails are hard to avoid if you're scrolling through. But as far as other social media, Twitter, Instagram, if you're on Facebook and stuff like that, well, Facebook is a little bit harder to avoid too. But let's say for Twitter especially, if you're trying to avoid stuff like that, one of the good ways to do it is, but we still want to promote the movie, right? We still want to keep the hashtags going and all of that. So what I suggest doing is don't look at your timeline. Maybe check some of your notifications or notifications that you get for certain people. Like if you have notifications turned on for Zack or any other cast members, or people that you follow that you're not worried about posting leaks. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. You can check those people, but then just tweet from your home page, from your own profile. That way you can still put out the tweets. You can still keep the hashtags going. You can still share stuff. But you don't have to necessarily look at the timeline and potentially see stuff that you don't want to see. You know what I mean? So that's a good way to do it for Twitter. For other social media stuff, I mean, Instagram, you can share stuff from your profile and not really look at your timeline. So, there are kind of ways to do that because we still want to, I mean, the people that are doing this, they want us to get off of social media and all of that. They want us to stop. We're not going to do that, right? So that's kind of one way to keep those things, the promoting going and the hype going without actually maybe looking at all of your feeds. That's just a suggestion. Definitely no spoilers. Absolutely not. Thankfully, I only really got exposed to one. And like I said, it was low quality. It was from a distance. And, thankfully I don't use Reddit, and that seemed to be where the leaks were really starting to pour out and spread around. And I don't use TikTok either. And someone told me that there was a lot of stuff being shown on TikTok. I don't use that either. But I was trying to be more cautious on Instagram and stuff once I found out what was going on. So let's see. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate the support. Things are already stressful. I know. People are jerks. People are kind of holding off until the 15th. I totally understand that. What's up, Vivek Shaw? Yeah, avoid TikTok. That's right. I don't use TikTok, but for those of you that do, beware. Okay, beware. Okay, I already see one. Let's see. I'm gonna block you. Putting you in timeout. Let me see. Yeah, I just saw Jones Hamilton. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I just saw that. Thank you for letting me know. I saw that as well. Yeah, been afraid to look at anything from today. I know. Again, if you're gonna post things, you're gonna get blocked. So let's go ahead and talk about the character teasers. Okay, so let me just get my screen ready really quickly. Also, another thing, I mean, if people, I'm just going to give a kind of another warning. If we're going to have the, people, Superman comes to life. Yeah, well, yeah. If you don't, you can hide the chat on YouTube for yourself. You don't have to look at it, so you don't have to look at the chat. Don't look at the chat if you're nervous about spoilers. Also, if it comes down to it, if it happens one more time, I'm just going to turn off the chat and just talk. And I don't want to do that because I know that most of you guys are not here to post spoilers. I know that most of you guys are not here to do that. So I don't want to have to do that. But if it does happen again, it might be best to just, turn off the chat altogether. And we talked about that on the other stream I was on right now too. If it comes down to it, we might just have to do that. Yeah. So let's get into the character teasers. For those of you that are worried about people posting, just if I were you, I would not even just make my screen full screen and don't even look at the chat. If you're going to post a comment real quick and then get out of the chat. Don't read through it. Okay. All right. So let's get into the character teasers. We got Batman first. All right. Batman was our first one. Okay. He was, of course, you know, I don't know if I want to make it full screen because copyright stuff, you know, so I'm just going to keep it, I'm going to keep the screen small just because of copyright issues. All right, so let me turn, sorry, I don't know if I shared the audio. Hold on. I always forget to do that. I'm so sorry about that. I always forget that I have to click audio. The dialogue in all of these character trailers was just amazing, right? So amazing. Okay. All right.
I heard about you. Didn't think you were real.
Your guilt's have become your reason.
Hate is useless.
I will come for my great prize.
If you want the Batman, here is something that can help you.
I have a stake in this world, and it's time I started fighting for it.
You've fulfilled your promise.
I spent a lot of time trying to divide us. I need to bring us together and make this right.
So, of course, like I said, the dialogue for his teaser was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I see turn off chat. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, you know, I really didn't want to have to do that because I like interacting with you guys. It is like, you know, it's the best part about doing live streams is being able to do that. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. So, let me do that really quickly. I apologize, you guys. There's just some people out there who, you know, they like to ruin things for people. Yeah, but no, I know that some of the things are, you know, like, oh, Superman comes back to life. Yeah, we know that, okay, that's just like, you know, kind of messing around. But it's hard to unsee something once you've already read it. And whether it's true or not, we're not going to do that. You know, whether we know this potential spoiler to be true or not, we're not doing that. That's not what we're here for. I'm sorry. Let me just do this. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Let me see. I haven't done this before. How do I turn it off? Let me see. Where do I have to go? I've never done that before. I saw it earlier. Let me do it really quickly. You know, so going back to the Batman teaser, I love that they were kind of doing like I did block, yes, I blocked Jace Clark. I love that they were doing like the main teaser, and then we also got posters, and then we got like these little small teasers, right? They're just kind of like a little extension. Of course, some stuff was we've already seen before. Other stuff was, you know, stuff that we haven't seen before. I think the dialogue was some of the most important things about all of these character teasers for sure. Let me see. Where is it? Where is that? I can't find it. Someone tell me really quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Movie Raider, people just do things like that. I mean, you know, they just, you know, there's just people out there who want to do things like that, unfortunately. And, you know, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit because now I'm trying to look at where I have to go to turn it off. So I apologize again for having to do this. Where is it? Let me see. I don't know why it's not here. Let's see. Once we got the Batman one and then the Superman one, I was kind of sure. I thought we were going to get the Trinity first, but we didn't get the Trinity first. All right, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to find this and talk at the same time. Where is it? It's not taking me to it. Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? It's not here. Oh gosh. I don't know where it's at. Can someone tell me really quick in the chat the fastest way to find it, where to turn off the live chat? Because I keep looking and I can't find it. Edit, basic info, advanced settings, under chat, uncheck. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Let me check that. Edit where? Oh, okay. Let's see. Settings. No, I don't know if I see that. I can't find it. Let me go to show more. Yeah, I really didn't want to have to do that. Oh, there we go. I found it. Oh, sorry. I had to extend the settings thing. So let me see if it turned off. Let me see if it turned off. I did not want to have to do that. It's really unfortunate because, like I said, that is the best thing about, you know, being able to do live streams with you guys. Yeah, okay. The chat is gone. All right, and I really do apologize for that. I did not want to have to do that. We'll see, maybe I could turn it back on or something like that. I didn't want to have to do that. But, okay, let's kind of continue our discussion here. Really sorry about that, you guys. I just don't want that happening. All right, so we got our Bruce Wayne teaser. I think it's cool how they're doing one for like them as who they are outside of their superhero persona, Bruce Wayne, and then they also have one for like Batman, like their superhero side, right? They kind of had that theme throughout. I love that, throughout. So then, okay, that's for the BVS. Just in case you guys weren't aware, the BVS remastered edition is going to be available the same day, March 18th, and then also on hard copy, March 23rd. All right. So then, oh wait, did we look at Batman's posters? Here we go. Beautiful Batman poster. Let's see. Let me go back to the captions here. Okay, so we have awesome black and white posters for our characters, and then the banners there. So we had Batman first. Again, dialogue was so important. I loved being able, we heard Darkseid's voice for the first time, which was absolutely amazing. We heard Martian Manhunter speak. Either as Swan Rick or as Martian Manhunter, but I think probably as Martian Manhunter because he says like, you know, I have a stake in this world. It's time I started fighting for it. And yeah, so it's just awesome. It's so awesome. He says, you know, Bruce says things like, I spent a lot of time trying to divide us. It's time that, you know, he's changing. You know, it's part of his character arc, obviously. So if you're just joining us, I'm sorry I turned off the chat because I had to block and put people in timeout because they were posting spoilers in the chat. I gave a couple of warnings, but unfortunately I had to turn off the chat. So, you know, I don't like to do that. It's the reason why I do live streams, but unfortunately, you know, some people just don't know how to be adults. So I'm very sorry about that. But if you are here and you're just joining us, then I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. So let's get, okay, so we got Bruce Wayne, Batman. We're going to see so much more of his character arc and, you know, where he kind of left off at the end of BVS. Then we get the glorious Superman, who's going to have a beautiful black suit, and I am so here for it. I cannot wait. Beautiful posters, as usual. And here we go. Here is our
The whole world is mourning.
Superman teaser.
Symbol.
Let's hope you're not too late.
It's like they were afraid of me.
Fly, son. It's time.
I made a promise on his
This
grave.
world will join the others.
What do we have to lose? No us without him.
We do this together.
You will help them accomplish wonders.
They wanted me back for a reason. I need to find out why.
Epic, epic, epic. Oh, it's just crazy how in the theatrical version, not the theatrical version, in the deleted scenes they wanted to release after the theatrical version was out. They were like, hey, look at this. And people are like, no, you're the ones that took it out. Like, now you want to try to sell it as this additional features of Superman going to get his suit. No. Okay. You don't get to take it out of Zack's movie and then be like, oh, sorry, here, we'll put it as a special feature. No. And even it was different because this one includes so much more when he's going through this part. There's so many more suits than there were in the special feature thing that they released like later on after the movie came out, right? So yeah, it was like, wow. Really cool. Like, there's so many different types of suits there. There's one that looks similar to a female armored suit, which a lot of people might think, we were talking about this on the other chat I was on too. It's obviously not Feora's suit because Clark's ship recognizes the House of El, so it's not going to make Feora's suit, but it looks like a female armored suit with a cape. So it looks similar to Feora's because it's a Kryptonian suit, and their suits all have that same aesthetic and look to them. Then there's like the Space Explorer suit. This one over here kind of looks similar to Zod's. Sorry, it's blurry. There, that kind of cleared up. And then here's the blue and red suit in the additional scene or whatever that they released after the 2017 movie came out. On that side of him was the black suit, but now it makes sense that he's actually looking at the black suit. We don't see it ourselves. He's looking at it, and then when he comes out of the ship, he has the black suit. So pretty awesome. It's just so beautiful. We have this beautiful dialogue voiceover from both of his fathers, his mother, surprised. I mean, kind of surprised we didn't hear Lois in there, but it was also interesting that for Superman's teaser, the dialogue really started kind of all going together. And my husband kind of pointed out, I was like, why is it getting like that? Like, it's starting to get a little bit difficult to pick up on because they're all kind of blending together, all the voices. And he's thinking maybe because that's how Superman, that's what he hears things like, it's kind of just like everything's together and he has to focus and block things out and focus on what he wants to hear. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So the music that Junkie XL score is going to be, it's just amazing. And his score is also coming out, all 4 hours of it, on March 18th too. So March 18th is just going to be jam-packed with Snyder Verse. We've seen a little bit of this in, the trailer, both trailers actually, the Hallelujah trailer and the 214 trailer. He says, they wanted me back. I need to find out why. And we just have that beautiful, this is going to be our Flight 2.0 scene, obviously. So it's kind of weird doing this without the chat. I really want to try to have the chat. So I'm going to turn it back on. And we'll see if people can behave. So let's see if it turned back on. but I'm keeping the setting right here next to me, just in case I have to turn it back off. I would like you guys to be able to interact, and that's why I do this in the first place. So, you know, I hope that, you know, 300 seconds. No, I want to do that for more. So hopefully people can behave themselves. But if it comes down to it again, I will just turn it off. I don't really want to do that though. So then, oh man, I love this so much. Look at that. Okay, first of all, in the theatrical version, oh, that shot, he is just, oh man, he's going to wreck. He is going to wreck. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Oh, it's so satisfying seeing him with a normal face, first of all. So look at this. I'm trying to pause it, but it's really fast. Here, look at that. That car's on fire, the police car. They're shooting at him. Like, none of that happened in the theatrical version. Like, there was no, yeah, exactly, Vivek Shaw. He was always shown as a god in the Snyder Verse. And it's just like, oh, so, I just love Zack's portrayal of him. I love Henry Cavill as him. It's, oh man. They're actually shooting at him. Like, there's supposed to be conflict between him and the military. Like, there's people there guarding the ship, you know. Sorry, they have to. There's people there guarding the ship. So it's like, if he comes out, if all of a sudden Superman is back and he's like, you know, flying and stuff, how, like, of course they're going to be shooting at him and trying to protect it. This is that kick. Oh my gosh. Is that why it's 4 hours long? Part 2? Oh, well, it's 4 hours, Luke Adams, because, oops, sorry. It's 4 hours because this is his uncompromised version. So we're getting everything, we're getting everything that Zack shot back in 2015, 2016. We're getting everything that he filmed while he was there for the movie. So he's, you know, he's not having to, he's not being told, he doesn't have to cut it down to meet a certain runtime requirement. This is his completely uncompromised, full-blown vision, original vision for the movie. So that's why it's 4 hours. But it pretty much basically is 2 movies into one, the lengthwise. Yeah, that's that kick. Oh my God, you guys. I love that he's just like there, like a brick wall. He's like, obviously he's flying, I know he's in the air, but it's like, oh, it's so fast. But look at, he's just like, you are not getting past me. He's protecting Cyborg back there. Oh, I love it. And then he's just standing there and he just, boom, he just kicks him. Oh, I love it. He's gonna be, it's, you guys, I can't, if you guys saw my reaction, then yeah, you know, look at that. Look at that. That is so beautiful when he flies like that. Oh my God. And then here we have the Clark Kent one, him as Clark. And oh, it's, oh man. Ah, I just love it. There's pictures from the exhibit. So then we got Aquaman after. And the black suit is beyond perfection. It's so, and the crazy thing is it's not even actually a black suit. Like, that's the crazy thing, right? Like, the crazy thing is that he was able to shoot the blue and red. He's like, oh, you're not going to let me shoot in a black suit? Okay, I'll just shoot the blue and red suit in a way that allows me to color correct it later so I can color correct it for myself. How awesome is that? So here's another beautiful poster. And then we got Aquaman's teaser.
You can't turn your back on the world forever. Above or below.
Thousands of years since our people spoke. The firstborn of beloved Queen of Blood.
I need warriors.
You can't escape.
The time has come. Take up your mother's trident.
This is a bad idea. Fighting the devil and his army. You know,
Oh, more awesome dialogue. I love that, you know, Volko is like, dude, you're an Atlantean king. Like, you're. Oh, you haven't seen the Aquaman yet? Oh, awesome. I hope I wasn't spoiling it for you. It was the third one that came out. Kind of cool that you're able to see it here. Yeah, I love that Volko is like, hello, you are an Atlantean. You're heir to the Atlantean throne. And what's up, Brandon? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You have a responsibility for the land and the sea. You know what I mean? And he's like, you need to like get on it. You know? Oh, great, CJ. I'm glad you enjoyed it. He's like, yeah, you have a responsibility. Like, you need to do what you're supposed to do. And I like when Aquaman says we're fighting the devil and his army in hell. Like, pretty much. Yeah. I love that. That's one thing that we didn't see at all. That part right there. And it shows that, like, okay, there's probably not water right there. So, you know, his, what's up, Jeffrey? His trident has, like, Atlanteans, like, it's, you know, they have, like, magic and things like that. So it's really cool that they're showing that with his trident. We have his little mini GIF there. Oh, I love when he speeds through the water at super speed and, like, oh, man. That's awesome. In the trailer, oh, looks so good. Hold on just a second, guys. So then we got the epic, oh man. I have to say, before we continue, Superman, oh, if I had to rank them as like favorites, Superman, oh, the Purple Lord, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. You are too kind. I think my chat in my stream is behind because I had the stream turned off earlier. So I'm not able to display it because it hasn't, like, the chat is turned back on YouTube, but in my stream, it's still like not on. But I can see your super chat, and I thank you so much for that. The Purple Lord, Leo Anansi. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're really too kind. Oh, block who? Block who? Bloke Mike. Who? Where is that at? Where's Bloke Mike? I don't see that person. Let's see. Bloke Mike, where is he? Oh, Mike Johnson. I thought I already blocked him. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh, block Mike. I'm sorry. I was reading it wrong. Yeah. So, if I had to rank my favorite ones, hi, Afro Geek. Thank you for being here. Superman was definitely my favorite. And then The Flash was just as, like, I would put them on the same, like, level for me. And then Wonder Woman. Oh, but Darkseid. Oh, Darkseid. Those are, oh, man. Yeah. Just beautiful. So let's get into The Flash really quick. Sorry, I was distracted by the chat really quickly. Oh, his is so amazing. I love it so much.
I want you to listen to me, Barry, because I mean this.
I'm putting together a team, people with special abilities.
You can be whatever you want to be. I can't sit here and watch you run in place.
You'll have to run faster than you've ever attempted.
You're brilliant, man. Absolute best of the best.
Make your own future, your own future. Make your own past, make your own past. It's all right now.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah. Same CJ. This was one of my favorite ones for sure. Like top 3. Oh man. It's so epic. Like, oh, I just love it so much. He like, we're finally gonna see him as, you know, he's not gonna be just the annoying comic relief. He's gonna be like awesome. He's gonna be a serious character. He's gonna be important. Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna be, yeah, fearless and heroic, exactly, and not just a mumbling guy, the brunch thing. He's, you know, he's an epic quantum, time, space, quantum, that kind of character. And oh yeah, where he tears up the pavement, exactly. Like, look what happens to his shoes. You know, like Zack said that his shoes would basically just like melt off of his feet, and we see that happening here now. And I love how he's really delicate with Iris when, you know, because like Zack said, he did not like the idea of the Flash being able. Yes, I know, Ryan. He does not like the idea of the Flash being able to just like run with people at super speed. Like normal people just, oh, come on, let's go. Like grab them and move them around. Because look what happens to the ground. And that's like he has to slow down. You know what I mean? Like, look what happens to him, to the ground. And it's like, okay, if he just tries to go and pull a person with him at super speed, like they're not going to be able to handle that physically. Their body cannot, you know, your arm is going to be ripped off your body. Even on The Boys, the Amazon show, the Amazon series, what's his name? A-Train. He basically like, he basically like ran through a person because they are just a normal human being and they can't handle that. So, you know, it makes sense that the Flash should not be able to do that. I love that shot. It's so beautiful. I know we kind of got a similar, they kind of used that a little bit in the theatrical version, but it just looks so much better in Zack's movie. Yeah, make your own future, make your own past. I love that too. Let's see. Rishab, I'm from Nepal. I have a friend from the US, so he gave me the account I use. Okay, I'm glad you're going to be able to watch it. Also, awesome. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about that, Jeffrey. I'm really sorry to hear about that. I hope this can be somewhat cathartic for you, this movie. But yeah, the way, I just love that. That's so beautiful. And again, he's not going to be the annoying, you know, comic relief, falling on top of Wonder Woman, all that nonsense. You know, speaking of the beautiful, strong warrior Wonder Woman that we're going to get, we got Wonder Woman's next. And oh my God, talk about the difference in how she is going to be. Oh, I'm really sorry about that, Jeffrey. I hope this, like I said, can be some, you know, cathartic relief for you. And kind of maybe be the silver lining on that for you. Wonder Woman is just, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is that, you know, experienced, seasoned Wonder Woman that we got a taste of in BVS. And now, oh my God, we have that. Oh, I think you all know my favorite line of dialogue.
Evil does not sleep. It waits. Something is coming.
Back to the Dark Ages.
The devil and his army.
You know,
The world.
this is the only way.
I watched your island burn.
Show him your fear! They said the age of heroes would never come again. Don't engage
That.
alone.
Oof.
We do this together.
Man, she is a force to be reckoned with. They all are. You hear that? Show him your fear. We have no fear. Oh, they are like They know this is like, this is what we do.
It
We're here to
Something
protect.
is coming.
We're probably gonna die, a lot of us, in the
You know,
in the process. But this is what we do. We're warriors. We're here to fight. We die on the battlefield together. And
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
Hippolyta is, first of all, she's gonna get her own little action that she didn't get in the theatrical version, you know. And she also mentioned in an interview that yes, we have a origin story of sorts in the first Wonder Woman movie, you know, when she tells Diana as a little girl kind of like their origin about the gods and all of that stuff, their history. But she said that there's also like kind of an origin in Zack Snyder's Justice League too, which I'm surprised by. I wasn't expecting that. What's up, Internet Master? Thank you for being here. We're just kind of going over the character teasers that we got all this past week for Zack Snyder's Justice League. We are on the Wonder Woman one right now. I'm kind of just going in order of how they were released. We talked about Batman, Superman, The Flash, and Aquaman. Now we're on the beautiful Wonder Woman. I love that dialogue. They're strong. They're fearless. Wonder Woman is going to be, you know, a seasoned Wonder Woman, and she's going to be much more of a warrior than in Wonder Woman 84, and that's no disrespect to that movie. But, I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Speed. Oh, man. It's going to be awesome. So awesome. Here, this is pretty interesting that this obviously symbolizes something. I mean, there's different, you know. The first time we see her with that spear, she's in white when she goes to find it. Then here, she's in black. She's probably, you know, she is probably mourning the loss of some of her Amazon sisters because she knows that Steppenwolf was there in Themyscira. And if he got away with the mother box, then, you know, she probably knows what that means for some of them, especially the top, like, soldier ones that are there to protect it and everything. Yeah, well, Luke, it should be getting at some point, we should be getting a theatrical release of some kind for the Snyder Cut. But we don't know when yet. And for right now, I think a lot of us are just thankful to be able to watch it at home. I'm thankful that we're getting it at all. You know? So, yeah. All these teasers are absolutely amazing. I agree. Yes, the color palette has been restored. I know. Yeah. Thank you, Vivek Shah. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for showing your support to Jeffrey. I need IMAX. I know. I think she went back to the shrine after the final battle, which is why she's in black. Yeah. There is some speculation that maybe at some point she goes back to Themyscira. But she kind of has to find her way back there, right? Because that's why her mom tells her in Wonder Woman, and it's kind of, I mean, it's also part of the mythology of Themyscira, is that, like, if you leave, you might not ever be able to find your way back. So maybe she does at some point in this movie. We don't know. So I'll pay for Justice is Great too. I don't think you're going to have to pay for it. I think it's just going to be a different option. Oh, well, if you mean like you want to buy it on a hard copy, yeah, heck yeah. Do it. Yeah, for sure. And it's also going to be an option to watch it that way on HBO Max. Oh, also for those of you in the UK has been waiting, I know, for their announcement. And we got that announcement today. So very happy about that for those of you in the UK. Sorry. So very happy about that. And I'll share it in just a moment too, for those of you in the UK. But let's go ahead and move on to Cyborg. So we can go ahead and get through these really quickly and just kind of talk. I know there's so much to talk about. And, you know, the dialogue has just been awesome, like I said, in all of these. Cyborg, as many times, you know, Zack has said so many times that, yeah, her standing on the statue, I guess it is Zack's. I wasn't sure about that either. I think what made it seem more like a Whedon thing was obviously the color, and the music kind of throws you off because it was not Junkie XL's music, right? Will the Blu-ray have both black and white and colored versions? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know about that, but probably, because I think Zack said eventually when it does have a theatrical IMAX release, there's also going to be options to watch it in black and white in the theater when we do have that eventually. So here we have Cyborg. Zack has said many times he's the heart of the film, and we're going to see why when we finally get to watch the movie.
Whatever happened to you, you have gifts now.
Everything breaks, Victor.
I can't wait to see what you can be
In the
tomorrow.
world of ones and zeros, you are the absolute master.
These boxes will get inside you and find your weaknesses and your fears.
Take your place among the brave ones.
I'm not broken. And I'm not alone.
Oh, I know that line in particular has just been like, I know that line in particular has been hitting hard for a lot of people. I'm not broken and I'm not alone. That means a lot. He is definitely going to be the heart of the movie. Like, oh my God, Chris Terrio has done the most amazing writing. And this is just like little tiny snippets that we're getting. Even just the dialogue in these small little teasers that are not even a minute long are so beautiful and awesome. And they just hit you like, oh my gosh. Especially like I was saying, Cyborg had no character arc, character development, no backstory, nothing in the theatrical version. Even like in one of the recent statements that Ray Fisher put out, he was told to play he was told to play Cyborg like Quasimodo. Like they didn't want him to show any emotion. They said that, they didn't want to have an angry black man on screen. He's showing emotion. Like, look what's happened to him in his life. It's just, I feel whole again that Terrell's writing is back. Yeah, no joke. Oh my God. It's like we're going to get to see him with his mother, and she's going to, what happens to her, what happens to him. And then he has this strained relationship with his father. He's a machine now, Cyborg's arc is going to make us cry. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. If Zack has always been calling him the heart of the movie, and we see and hear it just in these small things, like he's definitely going to. And I'm happy for Ray Fisher as an actor, because we're going to actually get to see him show us his talent. This is his first movie. And yeah, that was said about Cyborg. Yes. Ray Fisher put out a statement talking about conversations he was made aware of that they said that. And it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. If his character wasn't black, would they be making a big deal of him showing emotion or anger? It's stupid. It's ridiculous. His character represents so much. I know Josh should be kicked out of Hollywood for good. So we're going to get to see that whole thing for Cyborg, and he's very important. He's going to have a lot to do with all of this. Maybe he's going to have his own nightmare thing. It's just going to be it's just so much, that we didn't get to see. Talk about a different movie. We didn't even get to see him as Victor Stone. Look at that, oh, it's just, yeah. It's been, these character teasers have been so amazing. I'm going to have to go and find the Darkseid one really quickly. Let's see. They still want to show his junk. I know, that was absolutely ridiculous. What do they have such small, are they so insecure that they have to be oh, well, we have to make sure that in this scene it looks like you can tell that he has, male genitalia. as if we don't know that. Like, they didn't want, I think the scene that they're talking about was not really him as Cyborg, because a machine wouldn't have that, but him on the, because we saw that they reshot the scene when he's being turned into, when his dad is, you know, using the mother box to try to save his life and repair him. Well, in the theatrical version, like, I mean, in BVS, he is just like here up, and like no, one of his arms is gone. Like he has like pretty much no body left, right? And then we come to 2017 Justice League, Joss Whedon crap, and it's like his whole body is still there on the table thing. They completely changed the whole scenery, the whole scene completely. And it's like he doesn't even look banged up. He doesn't look like he's about to die. He doesn't look like he has a bunch of life changing, like life threatening injuries. He has his whole body there. He has like maybe his part of his arm is gone or something in his leg or something like that. It doesn't look like he would need the mother box to save his life. I think, and you know, he's kind of just like has underwear on. I think that's when they wanted it to stand out that he had male genitalia, which is freaking stupid. So yeah. Did you see it on Dave's? Let me see. Yeah, exactly. He has like hardly anything in BVS, which makes sense because it's like that's how he should be. If his dad is resorting to the mother box to save his life, then he should look that way. He shouldn't just have like his whole body there, like he just, you know, kind of got banged up or whatever. No, he should look like he has, like he's not supposed to be alive, you know, like he shouldn't be alive because of what has happened to him. Let me scroll through it. Let me find the Darkseid one. I know a lot of you guys are talking about the Darkseid one. I was really surprised. If you guys follow me on Twitter, or you know, for those of you that are keep up with my channel and everything, and thank you for that. I know as soon as I posted my Wonder Woman reaction, the first thing I mentioned and the first thing I mentioned in the video, and then also in the comments, people were like, you know, the Darkseid, the Darkseid, the Darkseid. I wasn't sure at first if it was supposed to be out. I wasn't sure if it was a leak, accidental, or malicious. I didn't think it was a malicious leak. I just thought it was accidentally released too early, like not maliciously. But then when Ray Porter came on Twitter and said that, you know, it's not leaked, it's a Twitch ad. It was supposed to be solely for Twitch. It was not supposed to take away from Wonder Woman's Day. And then also on Vero, someone asked Zack, you know, was the Darkseid teaser leaked? And he said, no, it's an ad. I think we were just skeptical because it was the same day. But since, you know, where is it? Since it was the same day, I do think it still might be released as like a more HD version, because as the ad, it's not the best quality and it's kind of hard to hear. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I hope so. I'm gonna have to scroll for a while. I do think it may be released as like a higher quality, like the rest of the character teasers, how they have been released in this, you know, better quality sound and picture and all of that. I do think it will be. But right now, I guess it was just meant to be for Twitch. And so, yeah, that's why. The history lesson, I know. First off, while I'm looking for this, Ray Porter is the absolute perfect choice for Darkseid's voice. Oh my God. The first time I heard that, I was like, I mean, the first time we hear him in the Batman teaser, wow, that one line, you know, I will come for my great prize. Wow. But then in the teaser where he's like narrating the entire thing, that was another surprising thing. I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, it's absolutely amazing. His voice is just, I keep finding gifs. Okay, finally. All right, sorry guys. Thank you for hanging in there for me. He posted the link for a good quality one. Okay, let's see. Where did you post the link, Ryan? On Twitter or where? Sorry, I'm on mute. If you're talking about Ray Porter, CJ, he's mostly a voiceover artist, and he does like audio readings, like for Amazon books and things like that. Posted on the chat. Okay. Yeah, and he was also in what's his Ben Affleck's movie Argo. He was also in there. All right, so I don't know how this one's going to sound, but let's do it. Really, really, like, oh my God, it is just, it is so epic. Like, oh, his voice is absolutely amazing. I can't get over it. I just can't get over it. I have watched and listened to that so much. Oh man, did I share my screen? I don't think I was sharing it. Oh my gosh, so sorry. Let me do it again. Hold on. Oh my God. His voice is absolutely amazing. I'm so sorry that I forgot to share my screen. Sorry. It's because when I'm looking at it, okay, sorry. My mistake. Let me see if I can find it. It's like I've said, it's been hard to find one. Let me see how this one sounds. That one pretty much sounds the same. This one sounds a little bit better. Let's see. Gosh, you guys, I know some people are kind of feeling like that might have been a little bit of a spoiler, like having so much Darkseid in one, like, but it's just, it's hard not to, I know there's one on here that I think sounds pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, I do think it'll be released as like I said, in the same kind of quality that, the rest of them were released in. Let me let this play real quick and then it should pop up. And I'll be able to share the screen. It's just, his voice is so amazing. I love it so much. I was like, wow. And then when he was on the vodka stream with Dave the Film Junkie, he kind of did that little, the line, all of existence shall be mine. And even Zach, when Zach showed up later on the stream too, he said that they didn't really have to like alter his voice much, you know. It's mostly his voice. He's very talented. Okay, let me share my screen. Let's see, where are you? Okay. Hold on just a second. Oh, I have to do the audio. Dang it. I hate that I have to click that tab. Okay. Okay, and then I have to go back and share it. Okay. Sometimes when you try to share YouTube videos through here on the screen, it might be a little bit jittery. So let's see.
I have turned 100,000 worlds to dust. Looking for those who robbed me of my glory. Like a stride across their bones. And all of existence shall be mine.
It's epic. It's just epic. So epic. Oh, and then I know a lot of people have a lot of like speculation. Oh yeah, his voice, like certain what you call it? Certain devices it sounds better on, and if you can find a video that has the like good sound quality, like there was one I found on Instagram that was really good. You just kind of have to look around for the ones that sound better, but oh my gosh. Although there's a lot of speculation about like what's happening when you see like Darkseid's hand on Superman's shoulder. And I don't know. I know so many people think that it's like, oh, that's the same shot. His face looks exactly the same as in Man of Steel after he kills Zod. He does look very similar, but I don't think it's a reused shot. I do kind of think that the theories about that Darkseid could be using him in some way or showing him something through some kind of vision, and it kind of like brings back that time or that memory. I do kind of think that that holds some, that could be possible, but I don't think it was just like, oh, Zack repurposed that shot and used it again. Personally, I don't think that. I do think it's, I mean, it could have something to do with it in some way, but like, oh my gosh, Darkseid, he looks and sounds amazing. And I don't want to hear no complaints about CGI, because first of all these any of these movies that are very CGI heavy, like, I mean, first of all, props to Fran, because he always does us. I mean, he always does this for us and makes amazing quality GIFs and stills and everything. Yeah, that is Dark. That I'm pretty sure that's Darkseid's hand. It's not Steppenwolf's hand. You know, look at it. You can see his arm. Watch, let me find the picture. Oh, and then this Superman looks like Superman's laser is searing. He's just burning him. You can see that his armor's already coming off right here. He is cooking him in that armor. It's, oh my God. Oh, it's insane. Where's the picture of, let me just search for it real quick and it comes up. I don't know what's happening to Superman, but oh man, it looks worrying. Yeah, his voice is definitely chills for sure. He looks amazing. Like, look at that. Look at that. Are you, this is a whole nother level of a cinematic experience. Here it is. Oh my gosh. That's, yeah, that doesn't look like Steppenwolf's hand. And first of all, props to Fran. Should be on a shirt by now. Yeah, I say that all the time because I want to give him credit. Anytime I show his stuff in a video or whatever. Steppenwolf got spikes and everything. It's not his hands. Well, the spikes is from his armor, you know. So yeah, if his armor is if his armor is down, then he doesn't have that. But I don't see why he wouldn't have. Yeah, that's Darkseid's hand. I don't know what's happening here, but I can't wait to find out because it's going to be epic. It's going to be totally awesome. And before I forget, let me go back to, I was talking earlier about the UK. If he's in the black suit, does that mean the League will be interacting with Darkseid pre-Nightmare? I don't know. I don't think so. Superman, he won't submit to Steppenwolf, not willingly. But we do know that there's something that happens that causes Superman to succumb to the anti-life equation, because that's how we end up with Nightmare Superman in the first place, which Zack has talked about. So going back to the UK announcement, I'm so happy for you guys who've been waiting so patiently for this. And that is, let me see. All right, so Zack Snyder's Justice League UK release details have been confirmed. It will premiere 8 a.m. on Sky Cinema. So 8 a.m. for your local time. Here we go. There we go. March 18th. And we also have been seeing today our official runtime is 4 hours and 10 minutes. Absolutely epic. Last night on Grace Randolph's YouTube channel, Zack was on there for a little bit. He was kind of doing like a breakdown of suggestions on how to watch the movie, if you're kind of like wondering about where you can take breaks or where are good breaking points and things like that. He said that I think after like part 2, and he also added a part, there's 7 parts. Well, he didn't add a part, he added the title of the 7th part on her stream. He said that after about part 2, you can have maybe a short break, and then part 4 is like a hard, good breaking. That's like a good point to kind of maybe if you need to finish it the next day, or if it's like a good spot to kind of like, he said after that, you're kind of going on the downhill part of this, going up, and then that's kind of where you're coming back down. And then he also, that's where he said like part 5 is maybe a good breaking point if you need to take like a longer break, or maybe wait till the next day or something like that. And then also, what if Kal-El kills Lois? Oh God, that would be pretty terrible. And then also the 7th section title is A Father Twice Over. So that's going to be part 7, and that's the epilogue. And he mentioned that alone is like a good 20 minutes. So we know Zack doesn't really do like the post-credit same thing. He does epilogues. He like stacks endings. And so that's what we can expect for that. Awesome. So awesome. Injustice. Yeah, the Nightmare timeline definitely gives those Injustice vibes. But, I mean, yeah, and in theaters, there's also going to be an intermission at about the 2 hour and 20 minute mark. And then we'll have like a beautiful 10-minute suite of Zack Snyder, of Junkie XL music for that 10-minute intermission. 4 hours in theaters is very different than watching 4 hours at home. So you definitely need an intermission for theaters. And so, yeah, he kind of broke it down a little bit for home viewing on Grace Randolph's channel. Again, after part 2, maybe take a short break. And then he said from like part 1 and part 2 combined are about an hour. And then after part 4, you can take maybe a hard, good break there. And then you're kind of on the downward slope to the end, like getting into, kind of going back down to the last half of the movie, So, yeah, I mean, and then don't forget, and then also, I mean, these title cards are going to pop up at each part. And we've talked about this before. I don't expect them to be hard breaks. They're just going to be title cards, basically, kind of like in BVS, sorry, when it says like the world is introduced to the Superman, that's how I expect them to kind of be. They're not going to be like these long pauses and intros and all that. No. Just kind of like, okay, we're moving on to the next part. Even there, you can pause it. That's kind of an automatic thing. Like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. I got to get snack. I got to whatever, So yeah. And then they're also going to be shown up on the timeline so you can see where they are, you know. I think that's also going to be helpful for like talking about and breaking down the movie, because it'll kind of give you like, oh, I want to remember this part is in this chapter or this, you know, because 4 hours is a lot to kind of talk about and break down. So not that we can do it in one sitting, but still, it's all of your stuff kind of like, you know, blends together in where certain things happened. When you're talking and thinking about like, oh my God, my mind is just flooded with, you know, stuff I want to talk about. So, Manda, what do you think the title of the epilogue means? Who is it referring to? I don't know. I really don't know. That was my first thought when he shared the title, A Father Twice Over. I don't know. I really do not know. I don't even have a good guess, to be honest. I really don't. But yeah, and then I think another big thing that was kind of being talked about today is this interview here with Zack on a podcast. I haven't finished listening to it. I have like 30 minutes left of it. But the biggest part I think that people have been talking about so far is that Zack shared and said that, you know, Warner Bros. Basically told him that for them, his movie is not canon for their DCEU, that the 2017 Joss Whedon version is canon for them, and that they will be moving in another direction with their DC Cinematic Universe. And it's just, I don't know if that means that we're not going to see his Snyderverse continuing on HBO Max in one way or another. I hope that we can. I hope that we still get Ben Affleck's Batman series. I hope that we get something for Henry Cavill. But it's kind of shocking to me that they would say that when even like Patty Jenkins said, like, I think, you know, all of us DC directors threw that out as much as the fans did, referring to the theatrical version of Justice League. Like, no, who's going to want to base their I mean, Aquaman and the first Wonder Woman movie, those all very much felt like, you know, what the characters that Zack started, you know. But you know what? Hey, Zack is busy, and he says in that interview as well, he started a whole, like, a new, like, universe at Netflix with his Army of the Dead stuff. He has, you know, 3 projects just within that universe. He's doing a Norse mythology thing for Netflix. He said that he's working on a sci-fi thing. He's also going to be doing that Horse Latitudes movie. He has a lot going on, a lot. But I really do hope that we still get the, you know, some kind of Snyderverse stuff on HBO Max. I kind of feel like Zack is sort of just like done with them. He doesn't want to deal with them anymore. Yes, he loves the fans. Yes, he would love to give us more of what he started. He knows we want to see his art continue. But I think that's another reason why he's like, Zack Snyder's Justice League, if this is the last chance I have, I'm doing what I want. I'm putting stuff in there. I'm adding that extra scene. You know, he pretty much said they only shot like 1 scene for additional photography. So he's like, I'm putting in what I want to put in because I'm probably not going to get another chance to do it. And same thing talking about, you know, those storyboards that are at the exhibit in Dallas, which I wish I could go to. I wish I was closer. Like those storyboards that he said for, you know, part 2 and part 3, those storyboards were made way back when, like around BVS time. And so all of that pretty much, I mean, most of it would have evolved a lot by now, because of the Justice League movie that we're going to end up getting from Zack. So a lot of those storyboards, like he said, they're not spoilers because first of all, he mentioned, most likely we're never going to see those movies. They're not going to get made. Not with Zack anyway, not his versions. And secondly, so much of the stuff had changed over time that a lot of that, say part 2, he's like, if we shot the movie tomorrow, part 2, most of that stuff would be different based on what he ended up actually doing with his Justice League. So it's not spoilers. And he's saying don't look at it as spoilers. Like, enjoy it, because I'm probably not going to get to make those movies. So enjoy them and, dive into them and all of that. So, if Warner Brothers wants to have, I really truly hope that like his Snyderverse lives on HBO Max, and that's where they do that. But, this whole leak nonsense that happened yesterday, for those of you who don't know, yesterday, Zack Snyder's Justice League was temporarily available on HBO Max under the guise of Tom and Jerry. So people were going to watch Tom and Jerry, and Zack Snyder's Justice League started playing. The entire length of Tom and Jerry, the runtime. And that's why all these leaks were getting out. And I personally don't think that that's something that could happen by accident. I think that that is something that has to be done on purpose, with or without, with or without the knowing of executives. First of all, how many people actually have access to Zack Snyder's Justice League right now in its digital format? Because I would hope that being so highly anticipated and being only a week and a half away, that would be under lock and key right now because of the potential for leaking. It's a digital format movie. Like, that kind of stuff, first of all, both official trailers got leaked early on those days. This information about like Jared Leto, Joker and stuff being on set for additional photography, pretty sure that was not supposed to get out to the public. Hello, why wouldn't you be diligent in like keeping this movie under very being watchful that stuff doesn't come out? And I highly doubt it's just I don't think it's just sitting there in some private file and then on the March 18th it goes live by itself. No, I'm pretty sure it's more complicated than that. It's not like scheduling a YouTube video and then it premieres at a scheduled time. No, this is a streaming service. Does this happen with other streaming services? I don't think so. Is this going to happen with Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat, Suicide Squad, any other highly anticipated movie for the year? No. I was so angry when this happened because, first of all, I had expressed to my husband and stuff, I was worried that something like a leak would happen leading up to the release of the movie. And sure enough, and then, HBO Max wants to say that we resolved it within minutes. No, you didn't, because major stuff was getting... Okay, first of all it takes is minutes for people to record stuff, take screenshots, take pictures, and it gets shotgun all over the internet immediately. Retweeted, shared, passed on. Screenshots of screenshots. No. I don't believe that it was an accident. I really don't. On what level was it intentional as far as executive? I don't know. But I don't think it was an accident or an error or something like that. I think someone needs to lose their job. That's what I think. I think someone needs to get fired. Even Lightcast podcast had gotten some inside information, according to them, that it was, a WB thing. It's just so disappointing. I highly doubt, like I said, something like this is going to happen with their other highly anticipated movies, because it just doesn't happen. Yes, cinematic movies and all that stuff gets leaked out to the public, and I get that, but not on this level. To go and put it under you think you're going to play Tom and Jerry and then another movie starts playing? No. And it's not just some random movie on HBO Max that no one's paying attention to. It's their newest dual release movie that's being watched a lot. It's still on there when you open HBO Max, watch Tom and Jerry, because it's their newest dual release movie that got released in theaters and on HBO Max. something that people are watching a lot. My kids have been watching it a lot. Thankfully, they didn't do it yesterday. They didn't watch it yesterday when all this was happening, because I don't know if I would have had, honestly, if this movie would have started playing, I don't know if I'd have been able to turn it off. Honestly. And it would like take you a second to realize what's playing. Like, no. It's just, it's so disappointing that something like this could happen. Zack doesn't deserve it. His whole team doesn't deserve it. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point. I mean, it's like, no. WB does not deserve him at all. And I hope after all of this, when they see, first of all, this leak and all this nonsense, it's not going to change anything. It just makes us more hyped for this movie. It's not going to ruin anything for us. It just is upsetting and frustrating. Yes, movies do get leaked all the time, Mason. Not in this way, like I said, okay? You don't go and put a movie, oh, look, you're going to play this movie, but actually this one starts playing. That's intentional. That's not an accident, okay? So, no, goodbye. This doesn't happen, like it's, yeah, it doesn't happen. Stuff does get leaked, yes. But, no, like, this is a whole nother level. And it's your most highly anticipated movie. No, it's not an accident, okay? It's not just a picture that got leaked. It's a whole, like, hour of the movie. And then people are just here, sharing. People are seeing stuff they don't want to see a week before the movie comes out. It's pathetic. You know, it's pathetic. It's ridiculous. Okay, you know what, Mason? You don't need to be here. This is for people who want to celebrate this movie, who want to celebrate Zack Snyder, who want to come together as a fandom, and who want to, you know, be united in that way, and we're excited for it. So you can leave. Thank you very much. You don't need to be here. This is not for you. If you don't like it, if you don't want to be here, then go find something that you're interested in. Okay? Don't waste your time on stuff that you're not interested in or invested in. Because it's not, no, there's no point in doing that. Yeah. I'm not getting butthurt. I'm just pointing out facts. I don't waste my time paying attention to stuff that I don't like, so you don't need to do it either. I'm here to promote positivity and have excitement with my fellow fans that we have been a part of this for 4 years together. That's what this is for. It's not for people who, you know, if you're not interested in it, then leave. Go watch something that you're interested in, please. Yeah. I hated Justice League. I saw the leaked footage, changed my mind. See, okay, Kyle, that's one positive silver lining to this, is that some people are like, wow, this is changing my mind. And that's a good thing. But please show up on March 18th, Kyle, and watch it. Okay? Please do that, because that's what Warner Brothers needs to see. They need to see that, like, the people who did not like Zack Snyder's Justice League, the people that, you know, didn't like the theatrical version, and they watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, maybe not even knowing that much about what happened with it, that they're like, wow, this is so much better. That's what Warner Brothers needs to see. Yeah, Amanda, for the next chat, I probably am going to have to appoint mods. Yeah, and thank you, BY, that's true. I'm going to have to, I never really had to before, but I think I'm going to have to now, after this chat, for sure, after this stream. So, yeah, like, people need to see, Warner Brothers needs to realize that, like, people who are just kind of a little bit more casual viewers and not necessarily just only part of the Snyder fandom, that they are interested in it and that they like Zack Snyder's Justice League more than the theatrical version. Warner Brothers needs to see that it's changing people's perception of Justice League in general in the theatrical version, because it is a totally different movie. The trailers and teasers that we've gotten have all proved that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very important that that kind of thing happens. Just show up on March 18th. Don't let leaks prevent you from showing up on the release day. You know, we're going to be there, like, you know, watching it over and over again. Hope they continue the Snyder Verse. I know, me too. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind of craziness that was happening yesterday. Like I said, I was really only exposed to one image that someone just decided to post as a comment in, you know, a reply to one of my tweets. I blocked and reported them right away. So make sure you do that because even though they kind of, you know, like, took things down off of Reddit and Twitter and all of that, it's very easy for things to still get passed around because people have screenshots and all of that stuff. So it's just, I mean, it's just impossible for everything to be taken down. And so just be careful about that kind of stuff. I saw leaks and they got me more hyped. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad it got you more excited. Just don't share them with people because they might not want to see it. You know, people who don't for some people, spoilers don't bother some people, you know, but then for other people, it's kind of like, come on, we're almost there. Like, we just want to watch and, you know, yeah, we want to watch trailers and stuff like that, but it's like, we want to watch stuff that is meant to be out there, not stuff that people are putting out there just to be jerks, you know? Deepan, Gabriel, I'm glad that they finally announced the UK. Me too. I know people have been waiting like by the minute for the UK announcement, and I don't blame you. I'm very happy they released that as well. So yeah. Thank you guys for being yeah, if I don't think HBO Max would dump 70 million into this and not want to continue it. Yeah, I think that like we kind of have to think of them a little bit separately. Okay, Prince, I'm glad you saw it, but don't share anything in the chat, okay, Prince, because I'll have to block you. Don't share anything, any details. I've already had to block people. Oh, thank you, Vivek Shah. Thank you. Better to avoid Twitter till March 18th. Well, like I was saying, Rashab, in the beginning of my stream, you don't necessarily have to get off because we need to keep promoting it, right? We definitely have to keep promoting it, like with hashtags and talking about it, but just maybe you can avoid your timeline. You can just kind of avoid your timeline and tweet from your personal profile. That way we can still put it out there, but you're not really seeing what people are posting, you know? So let's see. Chances we see Adam and Martian Manhunter fight in the movie. I think maybe not Adam. I highly doubt Adam, but Martian Manhunter I think is a possibility. As far as HBO Max and Warner Brothers, we can think of them as like siblings, right? And then Warner Media is like the parent, and then, or kind of like maybe an older sibling, and then like AT&T is the parent, right? So it's really up to AT&T ultimately. Like HBO Max, Warner Brothers can try to fight it all they want and say like, we don't want to go this way, blah, blah, blah. But it's really going to be up to AT&T because they actually funded this. AT&T is the ones who paid for the Snyder Cut to be completed. And I was told that personally. AT&T funded this. And it was because of them, like AT&T is who's like, AT&T made the decision that this was going to get finished. So it was up to them. And ultimately it will be up to them. If they want more on HBO Max and they're like, we need this content, we need this material on HBO Max, it's going to be up to them. It's going to be up to AT&T. And Warner Bros. Is just going to have to live with it because they're not in charge of every single thing anymore. You know, yeah, they do have a level of power and decision making, but like AT&T they have to answer to them now. They have to answer to AT&T now. And like Zack said, if it doesn't happen, it's not because he didn't want to. It's not because of his decision. But I do hope that, you know, we see the Snyderverse live on HBO Max in some way, whether that be, like I said, with other series like Ben Affleck's Batman series, if we get something for Henry Cavill, please, that's, please. But we'll see what happens. Is it true Zack worked for free for this movie? It is true. He is not getting paid for this. He's not getting paid for this movie at all. So yes, that is completely true. You're welcome, CJ. Yes, AT&T paid for the Snyder Cut to be finished. And so it's up to them. It is all up to them. And because of HBO Max being a new streaming service and existing, that's another reason why this was able to happen. Otherwise, I don't think it would have happened just solely for theaters. So yeah, I'm just looking through the chat here. Yeah, I saw that, Internet Master. They did seem happy about that. Zack he did get paid for the 2017 movie because he did the principal photography. So that's why, and he was still credited as director for that movie, even though we know it wasn't his movie. Actually, in an article I was reading about Deborah Snyder today, Insider, she said that they never considered taking their names off of the movie because off the 2017 movie. She said that even though they knew it wasn't their movie, they still felt like they owed it to all the people who worked really hard with them on that movie. And so that's why they kept their names on it. She said that in the Insider article today. And she also said that after they left, she was made aware of one of the complaints against Joss Whedon and that she went and talked to the higher ups about it for them to handle it. So that's pretty interesting too. When is it going to be available UK? Same day. Let me see. Let me go back to that announcement. That announcement was made today, just not too long ago, actually. Opening day, March 18th, 8 a.m. on, what is it called? Let me find it really quickly. I just had it up. Where did it go? Same day for UK. So I'm glad that finally got announced right here. Let me show you. Right here. So yay. Sky Cinema. Okay, 8 a.m. local time. Sky Cinema. There you go. Very happy for you guys. It's awesome. So happy. I'm so happy for international fans. Yes. You're welcome. It makes me happy that Zack has never seen Justice League. Yeah, me too. And I don't think he ever will. Especially now, he doesn't need to. I know that obviously, like working on the movie, restoring things, he saw individual shots of certain things that he had to go back and fix, but he has never seen the movie start to finish, and he never will. And so, I don't think, especially now, there's no reason for him to, And Junkie XL also shared when he was on the vodka stream that he never watched it either, and that he made the choice to leave because he was being loyal to Zack. And so, even he said that if Joss had offered for him to do the score for the movie, he said he was going to turn it down because he was being loyal to Zack. So it's pretty awesome to, it's just a constant theme that people who work with Zack love him. I'm going to use VPN in India. I think there weren't details on the international release info for India. I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens if Warner Brothers wants to continue with their Wonder Woman 84s and their Birds of Prey. If they want to continue with those kind of movies in theaters moving forward, let them see how it's not going to work, because they think that they're going to have the general audience backing them up to carry them through. They're not. They don't even realize that the bulk of their fan base who supported Man of Steel and BVS and the first Wonder Woman movie and Aquaman, those are people who love Zack Snyder's movies and what he started with this universe and what we want him, the people who are so looking forward, the people who fought for Zack Snyder's Justice League to come out for 4 years, over 3 years, those are the people that are their fan base. And if they kick Zack to the curb, they're going to lose his fans. That's why Netflix is smart, because they're like, we're going to let Zack Snyder do what he wants. We're going to give him creative freedom. We're going to be supportive, and we're going to get his fans, because his fans will support him wherever he goes and whatever he does. And Warner Bros. Is going to lose them, us. They're going to lose us if they they could just have his stuff on HBO Max. And like I said, if AT&T sees that it's soaring and it's doing even more than they ever expected it to, it's going to be up to them. It's going to be up to them. Ultimately. Good. That's what Warner Bros. Deserves, because they don't deserve to have DC properties. I wish DC could just be its own studio. You know, that would be ideal. You know. But I really do yes, in New Zealand as well. Yeah. So don't forget, guys. I mean, check that international release info link and keep checking it if you have not seen your country and stuff yet. Zack should have directed Shazam too. Well, so Shazam was under kind of a different studio at Warner Brothers. It was under New Line. So I don't think he didn't really have as much to do with that movie. But yeah, if they want to keep trying to do the Marvel route, Birds of Prey was a flop. Wonder Woman 84, even though it was released during the pandemic, if it had been released during normal circumstances, it still would not have been a big success, because the feedback wouldn't have been any different than it was when it got released. There are things I enjoy about that movie, but you can totally see they're so different from the first one. Like very different. If they want to continue down that route, they're going to see that it's not going to work. It's just not. Because DC doesn't need to be Marvel. It never has been. It doesn't need to be. Marvel doesn't need to be DC. They don't need to be each other. They can be their own separate things. And they just have failed to realize that. You know? And Shazam, you know, it got the critical praise that they want, but it didn't make any money. So they got to, you know, they got to choose what they want, what they would rather have. But, you know, is Shazam considered in the league? He was always a league member. Yeah, he is. Well, I don't know if he's ever going to be included in he might be eventually. And, you know, I mean, Dwayne Johnson, who's going to do his Black Adam movie, is actually going to start filming next month. We know that he's always wanted a team up between us, you know, we know that he's always wanted Black Adam and Henry Cavill Superman to meet up at some point. So hopefully that happens sometime, you know. But again, we'll have to just see what happens. And if Dwayne Johnson, I mean, they really need to give him what he wants, because he's been waiting so long to do this movie. And he's been very patient, obviously, with waiting all these years to just get started on his movie. So between him and Danny Garcia is his ex-wife and manager, and she's also Henry Cavill's manager. And it's Dwayne Johnson. Like, I think they're gonna have a hard time battling with that. That's gonna be a battle for Warner Brothers. But you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League will always be canon for us, the fans. We will never consider Whedon's Justice League as canon, ever. No, not at all. Ever, ever, ever. That's pure nonsense. Pure nonsense. If that was the case, we wouldn't have fought for this movie like we did, you know? But I have to go ahead and end this stream, you guys. I'm going to have to go ahead and head out. I thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to, you know, everyone who has supported my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you sorry again for, you know, people who wanted to kind of just be kind of, you know, immature in the stream in the beginning. But thank you guys for being patient with me. Oh, my link's not working. Sorry. Check out the links in the description, including for my merch. Excuse me. The Autumn Snyder AFSP fund is always there. And then don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at SuperHiveDC and Instagram Brooks_Hive. Thank you guys for, you know, I know it's only a few people that were being, you know, stupid in the chat, but thank you for most of you being, you know, a good person. I heard let me just read something really quick. I heard the reason Man of Steel was good was because Nolan didn't let WB interfere. Yes, exactly. That's a good point to bring up real quick before we say goodbye. For Nolan was also a big reason why, you know, the Snyder Cut was able to come out. as we know, he executive produced, he brought Zack Snyder in to do Man of Steel. And he really defended him and protected him when it came to the studio. And yeah, that is yes, exactly. He is a very big supporter for Zack. And just like that Vanity Fair article said, when him and Deborah watched it together, they both came out and made a promise with each other. We will never let Zack see that movie. And so yes, Christopher Nolan has been a big supporter for Zack. And so I really appreciate that from him for sure, because he's really been a big part of why the Snyder Cut was also able to get finished and be released. Yes, he did pick him. Nolan did pick, yes, he did pick Zack and Deborah to do Man of Steel. So that's pretty awesome. But thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And we're almost there. We're a week and a half away. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up. You can check out my channel for any videos that you might have missed. And we'll see you